At the same time, I think we would have been saying the same thing in every single matchup for WE. Whatever team they were up against, it's going to be all on Monkey, whoever they're playing. And after he just blows his flash, if you then immediately punt him into the back line and he dies there, that would be so funny. Actually, pretty close was Taeyoon to being able to steal that one away.
Yeah, W would love to at least take one of these grubs away. We'll see if they try to go for an engage. It is a 4v3 on the top side of the map, and so with pushing them away, will be W actually getting one of the grubs? And that might be big for a couple of reasons. Of course, it gives you that advantage, but it also prevents one of those feats of strength from going over to JDG.
And if Pays are missing, want it to be able to start yourself up right here onto the Drake.
Okay. This is your angle. No flash on Scout. This is the opportunity to find a kill,
Nice.
and they do. Monkey uses the Neferi ultimate to pick up first blood for WE.
There we go. That's what we wanted to see out of WE. Monkey being proactive, being able to pick up that kill.
We'll tongue Taeyoon down to pretty low. And that will also allow for Shun to pick up this dragon on the bottom side. So objectives as well as HP and CS on the bottom side of the map, still going well for JDG.
Absolutely, but still, it's something. We're getting to see some good aggressive plays out of WE. They didn't die, you know, in any of the issues with Vampire, although, having said that...
Might be a bit of a curse here. There goes Vampire. Gets exhausted, gets Magnet Storm. Still actually alive for a long time. Missing has to get away from the tower aggro, and now Shun in a bit of a sticky situation as well. Taeyoon still has a killer instinct. Going to use it, but still gets knocked up. He flashes away. Picks up one kill. Missing. Should be a trade, but no! He barely gets away from tower range to allow for a double kill. They go to Pay. Cube was anticipating a flash from Ala behind him to go for an E backwards or something. Go for the insect. As I say that, looks like Monkey might have found out Shun again. It's actually WE to pick up the feat of warfare here in this game. Pays issues some damage back, but with that numbers advantage with the jungler down, it should mean that WE get first dibs on these grubs.
I like that, Cope. I think you're right. You know? I don't think that was a misclick out of Cube. I think it just looks really funny, but you're probably correct in that one. Like I said, it is going to be all three of these grubs going on over to WE because they're able to pick up that kill onto Jun. But the tower in the bot lane falling incredibly low at the moment with WE having the warfare.
Wow, he just, Giga Chad held his Hex Flash for like 3 seconds in vision, and still actually forced the flash out of Monkey, who was only able to pick up 2 of those 3 grubs, by the way, so that will be an even trade most likely after Shun has respawned and takes control of this top side river.
And this game, considering how much it was in the favor of JDG in the first one, WE, they're actually fighting back. Monkey looking really good right now, stepping up again, could potentially go for another play.
Hey. Keep sending it. Why not? Solar Flare going in on the Missing. He's getting crowd control locked to Oblivion, and Taeyoon will pick him up with the Acathian Rain. Grub still available, as Shun wasn't able to take it down, and WE might be able to pick up all 3.
Monkey so proactive right here on the Neferi. I think it's been his best champion. This and the Skarner have been amazing looks right now for this guy, and showing up in this game number 2 versus JDG. As we've been saying, this is the first series that we're seeing out of WE. Really odd in terms of the way that this split has worked out.
Of course, getting a good opportunity here to play in this Ascension group. Get some of the best teams that we have here in the LPL. So far, putting up a good fight against JDG here in game number 2. However, in terms of the gold, it still is JDG ahead by a fair margin. Vampire has been using that Hex Flash basically off of cooldown to try to look for some plays, playing very aggressively on this front line. Basically treating his life like it doesn't really matter. But so far, it's actually him setting up kills for his team. As Karis finds the kill yet again onto Missing, who gets caught out for the 2nd time in a row and should allow for WE to pick up this Drake.
Yeah, straight on over to the Drake, go WE, and we said potentially JDG could just abandon this one. Instead, they try to stand around to fight for it. I really like the positioning right there out of Vampire, actually. He kept walking down, making it look potentially like he was going for Jun, and then decides to E straight back up.
Teleport is coming in from Ala. He's the strongest player in this game, I would say, by a decent margin. You can see it there with that accelerated shock blast. Already taking Taeyoon down to half. Shun waiting to try to potentially steal away this Rift Herald. He's going to be a little bit far away, but might be here for a fight. Monkey's going to be able to collect the eye, and now here comes the engage. Teleport comes in again from the bottom side. It's Scout joining the fray, but now WE can just fully collapse upon the flank of Ala and potentially just take this chase down. It's Monkey picking up yet another kill as JDG were waiting around for way too long before they decided to make a move.
Yeah, it was really odd from JDG where they were just sat there waiting. Like you said, they may well be able to catch out onto either Cube or Vampire. I think Vampire's just going to fall right here, but it's really not going to be the end of the world. Maybe Monkey wants to re-engage.
And it seems like maybe W want to fight this. He's lost on the Cube right now. Vampire will be the sacrifice. Here comes the Magnet Storm from missing, but now Monkey's here. Taeyun in the back line as well. Could potentially go in with the Killer Instinct. Finds it out on the
is.
There goes Taeyun. He finds the shutdown, and WE are still alive in this one. Monkey poking with the dogs, and Cube still continuing to try to chase down Shun. Monkey,
Monkey.
He eats a wind becomes lightning. Shun can potentially E in to pick up a kill, but the Nefiri will not fall. WE are up 8.
Getting hit by that would have been almost certainly a death sentence right there. We are, though, going to see this Rift Herald heading down into the bottom lane. This tower will fall. Are they going to be able to get another charge off of it? I would be surprised. Instead, no WE. They're just going to pull back. Drake, though, spawning in under 10 seconds' time. Picking this one up would be huge right now. Hextech Soul, massive for whichever team is going to be able to pick this one up, especially with such heavy skirmishing, fighting-based compositions.
Comes an ultimate here. Once again, Monkey going on to Scout. Nice buffer. We're with the untargetable. Here comes Cube as well on the Embesta, and Scout is down. Missing will fall in addition, and Shun is stuck in a 1v4, and Paze can only watch as the jungler goes down. The Mystic shot's just not going to cut it. On the back end of things, it's a 1v1 kill for Ala. Dragon.
Yeah, but still, JDG, they trade it. Like you said, the 1v1 kill from Ala. I don't know why Taeyun was caught out right there. Really unfortunate as the Kai'Sa to just get jumped fully by this very strong Jace. And they also get that tier 2 tower in the mid lane to JDG. They keep themselves in the advantage in terms of gold, but it feels like the objectives and the fights are just falling right here. Do feel confident to do this. They saw Monkey topside, to be fair, yeah.
Why not just go for it? I mean,
yeah, very true. Monkey way out of position right here. You're going to get yourself one tower for it, maybe a second one. Is that worth it while as a trade? I'm not sure.
We'll see if they can get 2 here. That's big. They have 2 grubs. Yeah. They have 4 grubs, I should say, right now. So WE going to continue to push here with Karis and Monkey. They will likely take down this tier 2 tower. However, now it is just a bunch of blood petals going the way of JDG. So not even the false resets here. And so we're actually at a relatively even game state here at Blockster. Right now, the petals, again, the biggest difference maker in terms of how strong these teams are. Taeyun from the fight again. Shun the one that started up. Vampire spots him out. Monkey here as well. Dragon actually going to potentially be stopped here as Vampire goes all the way into Ala, but the Solar Flare doesn't connect. Here comes Cube out the teleport flank. They lock down the jungler and Shun will fall. Ala forced to flash away, but Taeyun will go over the Killer Instinct and pick up the shutdown. He'll die in response to the Paze, who's still full HP here on the Ezreal, but Monkey's going ballistic, but can Paze do it? He picks up one. Cube here to shut him down, and that's an ace for WE.
It's a complete mess of a team fight right now. Everybody split. At the beginning, Vampire's just in the mix, in the middle of everyone. But WE, they keep 2 members alive. They're not going to be able to grab the Drake on the back end of that one, but they will pick themselves up a ton of kills, some shutdowns, some towers as well. And this is exactly what they would have been looking for out of this team fight. WE, they don't want to be a speed bump on the way.
That's what we're seeing a little bit here. And by the way, that Dragon didn't end up going down, so we're going to go do it again. Shun, the one to continue to start this one off. Solar Flare does hit Ala. Will Monkey get in the pit? He does. Right now, JDG are peeling away from the Drake and instead looking for the fight. Vampire very low. Zenith Blade does not connect.
Who gets it?
Worlds comes in.
Stolen!
Will be secured here by Shun, as that is now the 2nd Dragon of the game secured here for JDG. But Monkey will dash in and take down Missing. Pick up a reset. But here comes JDG. They've scaled into the late game. Karis will go down, and it is 3 dead for just Missing.
Oh, WE, they had themselves in such a good position.
To a 2v4 with the Baron being taken down without a smite. So it will be JDG securing the big purple worm. And once again, they can breathe a little bit easier. Back up in the lead. He's now at 3 full items, looking for a 4th with that last whisper completed. And now JDG can try to break this game open a little bit more. Inner towers, the first to fall on the bottom side. Jungle camp secured. Stolen away here from Monkey, who here with the Jace Ezreal that was selected early on in this draft here for JDG. True Shot Barrage Chunks Taeyun down to 30%, I should say, or even less. And that is the tier 2 turret going over for free, and now the inhibitor certainly under threat.
Now let's see if they're going to be able to crack open the base right here. It's so tricky to actually step up here as WE and to clear out these Baron-empowered cannon minions. Just going to be able to take down this tower. Now here comes the engage.
Only landing the engage on the missing right now, so Pei's still free to fire. That's going to shift forward and take down the Leona. Now it's the 5v4. Pei's continuing to go in. Here comes missing. No, using the Magnet Storm just yet. Karis goes between worlds. Monkey going way too far forward all by himself, and that should be game. It looked good for WE for a little bit, but this is JDG that we're talking about, man. They're here for way more than just the victory against World Elite. They want the game, they want the series, they want to dominate the Ascension group, and with a 2-0 over WE, they will jump up to 2-0 overall in the standings.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.